What's up all you homeowners, DIYers, and HDTV addicts? Ivan here from I'll Get My Tools. Today we're going to go over the Ring security system. More specifically, we got the Ring Pro 2 doorbell, the Ring Spotlight cam, and the Ring Floodlight, and this fancy Ring sign that I'm not going to use. So, if it's your first time watching my videos, do me a favor, like this video, and don't be stingy. Subscribe to my channel. Now let's get this party started. So this is the Ring Pro 2. It's got a couple of upgrades as opposed to the Ring Pro. This was $250 on the Ring website. Just the basic differences between the Ring Pro and the Ring Pro 2. The biggest is obviously the quality of picture. The Ring Pro was 1080p. And you with a high definition TV know what 1080p is. Some of you like me got that 4K. That's a different story. This is actually 1530p. So you're definitely getting a higher resolution, which allows you to zoom in and zoom out and get an overall better video quality and better picture quality. Secondly was the actual field of vision. The original Ring Pro was 160 degrees horizontal, but only 100 degrees vertical. This Ring Pro 2 is going to give you 150 degrees horizontal and 150 degrees vertical. So you're going to be able to see above the person's head, even below their feet, and a much wider vision of scope, which is what you need. We got all these crazy people out here stealing packages and Christmas gifts, but now you got your eye on them in high def. You know what I'm saying? One of the other differences between the Ring Pro and the Ring Pro 2, there's now a battery package that you can buy in case you don't have an actual wired doorbell. I don't know about batteries if you're asking me. I want my security system on at all times. Granted, if you lose power, that's a whole nother story. But the Ring Pro 2 does give you the option of having the battery package if you order that specific one. The one that I ordered is Ring Pro 2 wired, so I have to wire this to my existing doorbell. Super easy, super installation. I'm going to go over that with you as well. And just reading off the side of the box, the same features as the Ring Pro. You've got your two-way talk. You can actually talk to the person at your doorbell through your camera. You got the live view, real-time notifications. Within about 4 or 5 seconds of somebody activating or breaking through that radar stream, you're going to get an activation on your cell phone, which is cool. You also got color night vision. And the Ring Protector plan, you got video and photo history, you got smart alerts, and this thing can actually interact with your Alexa and Google and all that crazy stuff. So Alexa can actually speak to people coming at your door and ask them what are they there for, where do you want to leave the package, things of that nature, which is pretty cool. And the cool thing about the Ring Pro 2, it's going to give you video 6 seconds before the person actually activated your camera. So you kind of know where they came from, you know what I'm saying, creeping out there in the woods and whatnot. Now they have 3D motion detection, so you can actually set your parameters so it only activates if a person comes in that field of view. So you don't got to deal with dogs walking by, leaves blowing, or the stupid neighbor's cat that always wants to come and crap in your front yard in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So the point of that is just to get less interaction with the Ring during the day for things that are irrelevant, so your phone's not chirping and beeping all day long. So for $250, I definitely recommend the Ring Pro 2. Now I also purchased a Spotlight cam. These don't have the floodlights. I'm going to put 2 of these on different parts of my house. They do have night vision as well. They're kind of more inconspicuous. I don't need the floodlights to be shining on certain areas, but I do want to have that surveillance. These as well, they also film in 1080p. Not as high as the 1536 with the Ring Pro 2, but you're still going to get a cool high def picture on that. And you're also able to speak through this to whoever's there. And it also has a siren. You press a button on your phone. You can activate the siren within the camera, hopefully to scare the people away or let your neighbors know that something's going on. And lastly, you got your Ring Floodlight. Very similar to the camera. The only difference is you got those 2 floodlights. Now the actual lights do 3,000 lumens. That's about equivalent to about 200 watts. So just consider each thing about a 100 watt bulb. Plenty of light. Now this thing actually emits a siren as well as the other camera. The siren goes about 110 decibels. That's pretty loud. That's about like a jackhammer or like a circular saw. So at the middle of the night, you're going to wake up the neighbors. But it is what it is. Alright, so that's the basic setup of what my install is going to be today. One of the things I already don't like is the Spotlight cam doesn't come with like a hardwire feature. It's an actual plug that comes out of the actual camera, and it's a 3-prong plug, so you actually plug it into an outlet, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they haven't hardwired it yet, because I'm going to hang this on my garage to look at my whole driveway. So now I'm going to have to figure out a way to get a hole in my soffit down to the garage into a plug. That might be a little bit of a project for some people, but it is what it is. The floodlight cam, this is the hardwired version. So obviously you can take off your old light or your old floodlight and install this one instead. So Ring, gotta get on it, people. What the hell? And one of the last things I feel like a lot of people don't touch on is your actual Wi-Fi system within your house. All right, depending where you have these cameras, they have to be in line with your Wi-Fi system. So you might have to purchase extra satellites or stronger routers within your house so that signal can actually reach your garage, your workshop, or wherever you have these cameras. So it's very important to make sure you have enough Wi-Fi strength to reach the far distances outside of your house so these cameras can interact with your phone and the whole Ring system as a whole. So that's the basic info. Obviously, you can go on the Ring website for any further information. Now we're going to go over the installation of these things, and I'm going to download the app and show you how to set that all up. I'm told it's very easy. We'll see about that. So let's get this going. All right, so here's the Doorbell Pro number 2. For $250, this box is pretty freaking small, don't you think? Let's open up, see what's inside. All right, so they give you this fancy screwdriver which is going to secure the plate. It's just a star drive. I don't know what the big deal is, but it comes in a box. Then you've got the angled mounting bracket in case you want to have your doorbell kind of angled depending on how your front stoop looks, things of that nature. Now you've got your wire extenders so you can connect to the wires within the doorbell and extend it and easily connect to the back of the doorbell. That's what this is. Then you've got your $250 doorbell. Looks pretty sleek. Looks to be about 2 inches. So it'll fit there pretty good. And then this is your jumper for the actual doorbell chime inside your house. I'm going to show you how to install this last. And this is going to actually activate just the front chime when somebody rings the doorbell. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is shut the power off. You don't want to get zapped. Granted, it's actually low voltage for the doorbell, but just shut the power off, man. Unscrew the doorbell. And all doorbells are just 2 wires, so it doesn't matter which one is which, but we're going to unscrew both of them. So the doorbell does come with 2 extensions that you can actually hook up to your wiring if you need to. My wiring, I just added my own caps to it. I have a very small hole, so the wire caps and all that isn't going to fit. I don't want any issues in the future, so I just put these 2 on, same exact thing. So here's your actual Ring device. This is the cover, which you can take off. All right. Now you got your mounting holes there and there. Take off this plastic. I'm just gonna kind of leave this on so I don't scratch it all up like that. We're gonna want to connect these. It doesn't matter. All right. This is a 16 volt to 24 volt doorbell. That's all that you need. So I'm just going to attach one to one and then we'll be able to mount it. Very simple. Alright, so here's the Pro Pack. You got to install this into your actual chime before you hook up the doorbell. Very simple. Take your box off. Throw that over there. So you want to look for the trans and the front. Obviously front, meaning front doorbell. If you have your rear hooked up to the Ring, then use your rear doorbell. All right, that's all that's trying to say. So this one says rear, trans, and front. It doesn't matter which one goes to which. All you want to do is slightly unscrew this, but make sure that you keep those other 2 wires wired, okay? Because that's your doorbell. Okay, first one's good. Put in the second one. And then you got a little double-sided tape right there. You see that little thing? So just kind of figure out where you want it. I'm putting mine right there. Looks good. Take off the double-sided tape. Today. And you can just mount this right on the side. Get a little push. You're good to go. Then you can get your ugly 1960s doorbell chime cap. Done. All right, so here's the basic app. We just got that doorbell set up. So set up Ring device, just got a new device. Tap here. Doorbells. Ring would like to access your camera. Okay. Now you got to go scan the code on your Ring product. I'll show you how that works. All right, so on the side of your Ring device is one of those QR symbols. So give your doorbell a name. Let's just call it front door. Has your Ring doorbell been installed? It's been installed. Did you install the power kit? Yes. What type of doorbell does your doorbell have? It's mechanical. And then you can get different color trim kits for it. They wanted to match your house. So now I'm gonna go turn the power back on because I forgot to do that.
Welcome to Ring, the world's most advanced doorbell. Follow the instructions in the Ring app to continue. Ring doorbell is connected to the Ring app.
Cool. Now I'm gonna log into my own Wi-Fi. Click on it. Let me secretify my password, you weirdos. Continue.
Ring doorbell is connecting to the internet. Just a moment. Rome wasn't built in a day. Your Ring doorbell is ready to go.
Now share this device. That's if anybody else in your household wants to have access to the doorbell as well. So I'm going to click on yes. Who should have access to this Ring doorbell? I'm going to invite users. And I'll send the email to that person that I want to have access. Alright, and the last step, put the cover back on. Like so. Then they give you a special screw with this special screwdriver. Trying to be all top flight. Acting like you can't rip this thing off with a freaking flat bar. You put the special star drive bit in the special tiny screw, and this goes underneath. Ooh. And so there you go. Doorbell. Someone is at your front door. Tap and see. Okay, so now we're going to install the Ring Spotlight wired cam. This is it again right here. It comes with a 20-foot cord. Alright, you got your camera, speaker, motion detector, and your 2 lights on the side. This also has that super loud siren that you can activate from your phone when it's triggered. Now, this is probably the easiest one to buy because it's corded, but I have a huge gripe with this thing. That the cord isn't a quick disconnect. I saw images on both YouTube and on their website of this cord just hanging down the side of the house or hanging down the garage or your outside workshop. Why would you want to have that ugly cord just hanging on the outside and plugged into an exterior outlet? What if the burglar wants to come by and just unplug the system? So I don't really understand what they were going with that. So what I'm going to do, again, it's probably going to void the warranty, but it is what it is. I don't want to drill an 1.25 or 1.5 inch hole in my workshop or my siding on my garage or wherever I want to install this thing. I'd rather drill a 3/8 inch hole, which is the width of this cord right here. So again, it's probably going to void your warranty, so I'm not recommending you do this, but this is what I'm going to do for my particular setup. Is I'm going to actually cut the cord, feed this wire through my small 3/8 inch hole wherever I drill in my workshop. I'm going to have it on my outside to look at my patio and then my garage as well. Just have a nice 3/8 inch hole, feed the wire through, and then I'll just reconnect the wire. And again, remember, these are going to send you the signal through your Wi-Fi, so you can't have them too far from your routers or your satellites because you won't get no service and no connection. And also, they recommend that you set these up before you actually install them outside. If you look on the back, there's a little barcode right here that you have to scan with the app, and then it'll activate this into your whole program. So you start that feed, and you can also name the feed, whether it's garage, workshop, patio, deck, whatever you want to name that particular camera for that particular feed. So I'm going to set this up with my app real quick, and then I'm going to install it. Devices. Click on the plus. We're adding security cameras. All right, scan the code on your Ring product. So I'm just going to scan. Where is it at? Boom. Spotlight cam wired. And then again, give your spotlight camera a name. Custom. This will be my garage. Done. Now it says plug spotlight camera into an electrical socket near your Wi-Fi router, and then continue. Like I said, I'm cutting this wire, drilling a 3/8 inch hole, feeding it through, reconnecting it to the plug, and calling it a day. Do I recommend you do that? No, because it's going to avoid the warranty. But that's what I'm going to do. And it's going to work because I don't want to have an 1.5 inch hole on the side of my house to feed the damn plug through. Got it? Good. So I don't know, take about a foot, 16 inches, somewhere about here. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Done. Alright? So I'm going to go about 1 inch, try to go right in the middle, push down. Okay, we got that split. I got about 3/4 inch to 1 inch of wire. Alright, I'm going to do that with the other part as well. Okay, so Ring recommends you go about 9 foot high for these exterior installations. Now if you look at this thing, it says up. Alright, that is the face that you want to be seeing when you install it. Make sure you don't put it backwards because you won't be able to lock the actual camera onto it. So if you can see up, then you're putting it on the right way. And again, 3/8 paddle bit, spade bit, should be plenty good to what you got to do. Make sure it's pretty tight. Get it right through that hole. Okay. And push down. There. It's nice and tight, alright? So after you can adjust exactly how you want it, but I'm going to kind of adjust it quickly to where I think I want it in my yard. As you can see, it looks pretty clean, right? Got the camera, got your little hole right there. I'll put a little bit of silicone in that just to keep the bugs out. Alright, and we're good to go. Now I'll go inside and I'll reconnect the plug to the wire that I cut. I just found these butt connectors in my shop. I didn't feel like driving to Home Depot and getting anything else. So very simple, just twist the wires. Alright, and obviously black's going to line up with black and white with white when this is all done. So just put this in here. Give a little twist. You're in. Use your crimper. Let's see, 16 and 20. Right about there. And give that a good crimp. Alright, so I got my wires in line. I'm just going to tape these off with electrical tape and call that a day. So that's our connection. I just used 2 butt connectors, crimped them, taped it all together, and now we're back in business. Alright, so this is what comes in a box. Obviously you got your floodlight with your 2 lights, camera, speaker. This is your sensor. You got your mounting bracket. This is all your instructions, stickers, and whatnot, how to use the app. And then your install kit, which comes with screwdriver and your electrical caps and the extensions and typical bolts and screws. Let's get this mounted. Alright, so I took off the old fixture, the power is shut off. Now we're going to do the actual mounting bracket, which is this right here. To show you, this is the down position where the water drains this side, so they say. They also give you a bunch of machine screws and whatnot. None of these are going to work for this application, of course, so just throw those away. So again, this is the bracket that we have right here. Just going to fish this through here, line that up like that, and I'm just going to use 2 regular 2.5 exterior screws and get this bracket mounted. Alright, so here's your actual floodlight. Take that plastic off. Now I recommend putting these lights up and out the way, because as you can see, you got these screw holes here and you're going to want to use those for the mounting, right? So get those up and out the way, tighten them up. The first thing we're going to do is wire this thing up. So got the wiring in the back. Your typical wiring, black, white, and the copper ground. The cool features about this is to give you an actual hook. So as you're wiring it, you can actually hook it to one of the holes right here. Put that bad boy right in there. And then just hook it to one of the holes on the bracket. So look at that. So you don't have to hold it while you're trying to wire it. It's a pretty good little feature, you know, thinking about the consumer. So I like to do the ground first. Just unscrew this little green screw right here. All right. And we're gonna wrap this around that ground. A couple times, and then you can tighten it up. Hook up your black, white neutral, twist, and alright, so now you're just going to want to set your lights and your camera itself. So you have this collar ring and this switch to make it go which way you want. So I'm going to kind of face mine that way. Tighten that up. And then the collar, well, same with this side. And for the camera, set it up exactly where you want it. You'll be actually able to see the video on your phone, and you can adjust it as necessary. Alright, so I hope that was helpful in showing you how to set up the Ring doorbell, the floodlight, and the camera. So now quickly I'm going to show you how fast it takes for someone to activate the camera to show up on your phone. Jax, go on! It's my crazy son. Alright, so I just got the notification. I click on it, shows Ring. And there's my crazy son being crazy. And you can also turn the camera that way. So thanks for following along on this instructional installation video. And for any other how-to DIY home construction, renovation, and cool woodworking projects, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.